All right, I want to thank Dale for this opportunity to share a little bit about what I do. So we're going to talk about benefits for startups. And one of the reasons why I chose to focus on startups is because I believe in this group here. We have quite a few entrepreneurs, and it's always kind of a struggle, let's be honest, to offer great benefits when you're just starting out, to attract and retain great talent. Okay, a quick introduction about me. My name is Chris Bowerbank. I've been in employee benefits for over 20 years. I started out selling employee benefit packages to companies. I got into the payroll side of the business, basically anything that touches payroll, so any kind of human capital management system. That's what I've been living the last 10 years or so. The last 2 years, I've been helping build a company called Benny. It's a lifestyle spending account, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. For those who are pre-funded stage, right, I'm going to encourage you guys to go and look at what are called soft benefits. Okay, soft benefits are benefits that cost little to no money, okay? So this is actually possible, believe it or not. So what I would suggest as far as like a no cost, or like, again, we call it a soft cost, and that would be providing a generous PTO policy. Okay, so right out the gate, you don't need to offer like medical, 401k. Again, you're just starting out, you're pre-funding, you're in your seed stage probably, but generous PTO goes a long way. It's a soft cost. Yeah, you might hurt a little bit when they're not there, but you're going to be able to attract some pretty decent talent with a good PTO policy. So another one is remote work. Now, for some people, that's a given and a standard, and they won't go to work unless it's remote work. But that could definitely be some low-hanging fruit to offer remote work as a benefit. Another one these are voluntary insurance products. Okay, so voluntary means that the employee chooses to elect those benefits, and they pay the entire cost. And you may think, well, why is that a benefit? Well, it's a benefit for two reasons. One, it's because they cannot get these types of products at the prices they're offered in a group company level. So when a business is offering it, it costs less for that user. So these would be things like hospital indemnity plans, accident indemnity plans. These are plans that pay you cash when you get in an accident or go to the hospital. It could also be life insurance, accidental death and dismemberment. These can also be all voluntary. So voluntary means there's no cost out of pocket for you, and it does actually, a lot of these benefits are pre-tax. The life insurance isn't, but others are, and so it can actually save you a little bit in labor taxes as well. All right, so let's jump into another one, long-term and short-term disability. This one does cost some money, but it's relatively small amount of premium. And so again, it's a great way to ease into benefits on a budget. Another one that's highly recommended is dental. So again, you can do voluntary dental plans. You can also do contributory, which is where the employer does contribute to them. But again, a lot of dental plans don't cost that much in premium, and so again, great way to build your benefit plan. Another benefit I want to talk to you about are lifestyle spending accounts. So these are very easy to set up, easy to maintain. What they do is they allow the employer to contribute money into an account for each employee on a monthly basis, and you decide how much you want to contribute. So if you feel like you can only contribute maybe $50 a month, that's great. But then the employee can use those funds to pay for experiences and services that they love. So it's a great kind of culture benefit. It reflects your culture's personality. It might also align with some of your culture values, like the character of your company, some of their beliefs. So if you're kind of like a work hard, play hard kind of a company, or want to encourage your employees to have fun outside of work and you want to invest in their lives beyond work, lifestyle spending accounts can be a fantastic option. By the way, that's what my company Benny does. We do lifestyle spending accounts. So if any of you are interested in learning more about those, please DM me. I'd love to talk to you about it in detail. All right, so for funded companies, right? So you're a startup, but you just got funds. I'd say most investors are probably going to want you to get a full benefits package. That's going to include things like medical and 401k. And these are a lot more expensive type benefits, but they're definitely going to help you attract and retain the best talent. Okay, the last thing I wanted to mention is that for early stage startups, it may be necessary to offer what are called restricted stock units, or maybe even like an employee stock option plan to some key employees for your startup. So, for example, if you need a CTO and you can't pay them $300,000 a year, offering them some equity is probably going to be necessary. You may have some other key positions as well, in depending on what your company is all about, what it does, that you feel like you want to give them some equity. Now, keep in mind, the partnership is more important, right, than even their knowledge. So I would just suggest that when you go down that road, find somebody who not only has the expertise, but it would also be a great partner, because anytime you give equity, you are now partnering with them, and you want that to go well. There's a whole nother discussion probably that we can have on RSUs and ESOPs. I'm not the expert on them, even though I've been involved in those, but maybe there's somebody else in our group who would like to get into more detail on those. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and participating. I look forward to any comments or questions you may have.